What's up, y'all? It's D from Pop Austin Media, and I'm back with another one. This time I got Abby Ketcham with me.
Hi.
What's happening?
Good. I'm ready to be here. I'm excited.
Now, we've been trying to arrange this for quite some time. I think we've hit you like a long time ago.
Yeah, I think it was a long time ago. I don't know exactly what happened, but then I made an appointment again, and then something happened, and then I made it again, and then it was my fault. And
No, it was always your fault. It was never, was it?
no, it wasn't always my fault.
Really?
No, not the first time we actually made an appointment. I was like ready, and then
Something happened.
Coach Ty was like, "Oh, they're busy or something."
Yeah, I think.
I think we have one that we did, but then the other one.
The other one was my fault.
We did a.
All right, we'll be here now.
Yep, now we're here. I think.
About to get it in.
Yeah.
So let's start from the beginning. Where are you originally from? For all those who don't know you, our supporters.
Well, I was originally born in Austin, and then I lived around Central Texas. I lived in Taylor. I grew up in Killeen with my grandparents from like 7 to 11 or 12. And then I moved in the Austin area, Round Rock, lived there for like 2 months, and then lived in Austin ever since then. So I've been here since like middle school, like probably 10, no, I don't know math.
Since
I do know
high school?
math, but yeah, no, since like middle school.
Middle
But I'm 23 now, so if you want to do the math yourself, you can figure that out.
I was never good at math. I was Killeen, because we got an employee who works here who lives in Killeen, and I dated a girl in Killeen once, a light-skinned girl. Is there a lot of light skins in Killeen? Is that like just, or that's something I'm just thinking?
I mean, I would say so, but I would say there's a lot of Pacific Islanders.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those types of people there, so.
Because the girl I dated, she was half German. You know, her parents were in the military, of course. So
Military.
It seems
yeah.
like a lot of the mixed people. I don't know. I just thought that was crazy though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shout out to her. So how was like high school?
High school, it was good. I mean, I'm as good as it can get. I mean, I was going through a hard time during high school, I would say. So I think that kind of did affect my ability to enjoy myself as much as I should have.
What you mean going through a hard time? You want to talk about it, or?
I mean, I can get a little into it. It was just, me, my dad, and my sister living up in Austin, and I don't even know how to really explain it. It's just like family shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best environment.
Yeah.
But, me and my dad have a good relationship now, so
That's good.
I'm happy about that.
Did you do like any sports or anything in high school, or were you just trying to make it through?
Just trying to make it through, honestly. I probably should have done more extracurriculars now that I think about it, but I did get into soccer when I was little and in middle school, so I played a little bit of sports, but not too much.
All right, so what was going on like after you graduated? Did you go to college, or did you start working? Or
I went to ACC for like a couple months, and then COVID hit, and I didn't go back because they were like 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. So, no. And a bunch of other stuff of my own opinion of how ACC was set up and everything. I just didn't go back. But I did do a lot of self-study, and I was able to get into philosophy, alchemy. I read a lot of Ernest Holmes and what's her name? Marie-Louise von Franz. She studied with Carl Jung. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but he's a pretty well-known philosopher, and his stuff is amazing. But I really got into like a lot of self-study, which really put me in wanting to learn more.
Yeah.
Because in school it's like you're told what to learn.
Yeah.
You don't get to explore what you really want to do.
Yeah, facts.
And so I was able to just dive into all this information that I had been yearning for, I feel like my whole life, honestly. So it turned out all in my favor. I think everything happens for a reason, in my opinion. But
What are your, real quick, just because you brought up COVID, what are your thoughts on COVID?
my thoughts on COVID? Yeah, fuck COVID, fuck Big Pharma.
Try not to cuss.
Sorry.
You good.
I forgot this is YouTube.
It's not live, but you're good. We'll cut it out.
Yeah.
Keep going. Go ahead.
Yeah. F that. F that. All that bullshit. It was bullshit.
Was it COVID or was it you think the government?
I think it was.
Or do you just not even think like it was real?
In my terms, I think it was. What was it? It was a worldwide, like, what's the fucking word? Basically, like, the whole world was being played a trick on them. And they wanted to see how far can we go with this. And they took that shit and ran with it. And it ruined so many people's lives, changed their whole perception of the world. And things are never going to be back to normal. Things will never go back to the way that they were. Yeah, and it's fucked up because they just played with our lives like it was some damn game. You know?
Yeah, it was definitely a reset. So, do you think COVID was real, or do you think it was just man-made, or? Because I lost a couple family members from COVID.
Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for your loss. I wouldn't say that it wasn't real, but I would say that there are things that, not things, major things that were lied about. Yeah. You know, that would have changed people's perception and the reality of what was actually going on, you know? Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah. People shouldn't lose their jobs because they don't want to roll up their sleeve.
True, yeah. Yeah. I think stuff like that is where they, you know, were kind of pushing the line. You can't, you know, people were already going through it at the time, so people losing their job on top of it was just, you know, kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can get into the juice.
But what's the juice?
The juice is that there's no way that they could have manufactured the juice
that
in
fast?
the span of, there ain't no way unless they were already making the juice before everything blew up. And that's what I think. And I think they were injecting people with it through the juice.
But there was already like COVID-19 is just like there's already, you know, a COVID, and so that's like been existing. But I think COVID-19 is just a different form. The fact that it was airborne and, you know, different things about it. So you don't think they just took like drugs that were kind of catered to COVID and maybe adjusted it? And because I mean, it was necessary to develop something, otherwise we would have lost way more people. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just what I think. Yeah,
and you're allowed to have your own opinion, you know? I think we're all allowed to have our own opinion on it. Yeah. Because one thing, though, that I really found disappointing was how it ruined relationships. You know, like, just because you're believing something different and your perception is different doesn't mean that I shouldn't, like, respect that. Yeah. You know, and I feel like people just fucking, sorry, my bad. They just disregarded that. Yeah. And were like, I'm right because so-and-so is saying on the phone that I'm right, so I'm right. Like,
yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump right into politics then after that. What do you want?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, might as well. And then we'll go on to some, you know,
some more positive.
Yeah. What so who are you supporting?
Nobody. I'm supporting myself.
You're not supporting RFK? Sound like an RFK girl.
No, I don't vote. I don't ever vote. I never have, and I never will. That's just my stance.
Why not? It's your duty as a citizen.
See, that's so funny. I feel like people say that, but I don't agree. I don't agree.
I mean, it's your right to not vote also, you know.
Right. So, right. Yeah. And if you get into the etymology of the word vote, it means vow. And vow is a promise to God. And I ain't ever going to promise to God that I have faith in a man.
Yeah. What about a woman?
No. I mean, when it comes to marriage, that's different. Yeah. You know, but when it comes to somebody I've never met, I don't know, you know, how many times have politicians said something and then they did the opposite when they were in office?
Sure goes up all the time.
Every time. Yeah. You know, so That's just.
I think that's what was originally like cool about Trump, is that he was like an outsider who could come in and actually be real, you know. But of course he came in and became a politician, you know. So I think that was super disappointing. I thought that was really our only chance to have an outsider come in and expose the system, you know what I mean? And he failed to do that. So
yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so I think we're just gonna, you know, it's gonna be politicians from now on. Trump really ruined that opportunity. But yeah, all right, so moving on. So you're not voting for nobody, no. You know, you're just supporting yourself, you know.
Yeah, I'm supporting the people.
Yeah.
You know, like you and me.
No, straight up, I feel you. I'm rocking with that. All right, so you was in OTM's music video.
I was, yeah. That was such a great, fun video to shoot.
You know OTM works here?
I actually found out yesterday, so I was talking.
So you ain't tapped in with Pop Austin Media?
What do you mean?
You ain't tapped in.
I'm
found out Zay was the guy yesterday on here.
Okay, so here.
That means you ain't been tapped. You ain't seen none of our viral moments?
That's because Zay had beef with y'all.
How Zay had beef with us? He been working here for like over 2 years
I
now.
remember like
the naughty time.
It was a long time ago. It was like, I think when he first like ever came on here.
Well, he was beefing with another one of our hosts.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what it was about. I was just.
You're not tapped in.
Oh, yeah, I guess I'm not. I guess I'm not tapped in.
I thought you was like deep in the scene.
Deep in the scene?
Because you was in OTM's A music video. Ain't nobody random people just getting in a Zay music video. So that means you got some type of something going on.
My friend Cicely, she is good friends with Zay.
Yeah.
So she invited me over to her house where they shot the video.
Oh.
It was like, we need a white girl. I was like, okay, but I'm not gonna shake my ass.
But you smoked the wood.
I did.
I think that was my first time seeing you in that video. That was shout out Zay. That was a dope song, and
it was a really
it was
good
a fun video.
Yeah, I remember I made a comment in the comment section on YouTube. I said, "Who's that white girl?" And somebody said, "I know, right?"
You playing the game?
I was.
Have you been in any other music videos?
I feel like I have, but I don't remember. I don't know.
That was kind of just
that one was the most memorable one, I'd say. Yeah.
So who are you, as far as like Austin musicians out here, who are you rocking with or who you listen to? You paying attention to anybody?
Ooh, paying attention. you said it
you
yourself.
You ain't tapped in with us, so probably not, most likely.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I gotta say, I'm really picky when it comes to music in general. I will say I don't really listen to mainstream, but you know, you're asking about Austin artists. Yeah. You know, there's only a couple that have become mainstream so far, which is awesome.
Who are they?
Isn't it like what's his name? The one with the colorful hair.
Colorful hair.
Oh gosh, his name is Suave. There's that
dude.
There's that dude.
He's been on here before.
Him.
Quinn is the only one.
Quinn.
Yeah, he's the only. Well, I mean, Suave has done this thing for sure. But Quinn is kind of like has an established fan base that's going to support him. Versus, I think Suave is. I don't know if he has that established fan base yet. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But Quinn is definitely one of those guys.
And Tay Money, she's good.
But she ain't from here. Austin.
She's not from here?
No.
I'm sorry. I don't know. She lives here though, right?
Nah, she's Dallas.
What? She lives in Dallas?
Yeah.
She's from like Lubbock or some shit.
So who are you listening to? Who you play on the daily besides Austin?
I would say Slim Gorilla and let's see. There's some other people that make beats that I really listen to that I don't know.
Wow.
More like SoundCloud, like underground music. But you should really check out Slim Gorilla. He used to do music with Xavier Wolf back in like 2011 with Raider Clan and all them. Amber London is an amazing female artist that I feel like more people should listen to as well.
You're in the underground then.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of. I know Xavier Wolf. I heard of him, but
yeah. Well, he's very mainstream nowadays.
Yeah. So, when did you get into like art?
Into art, I would say like right around when I left high school. I was painting with my friend who painted a lot, and I painted Rick from Rick and Morty, and I was like, oh shit, I can paint.
Yeah.
Like it was good.
Yeah.
And I had no idea, you know, it was a natural affinity for me, but for me that I struggle with is like technique. So I know how to paint, but I struggle with like ironically knowing how. You know, like people how they can sing but they don't know how to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Which I'm also learning how to sing too. Which is pretty cool. I actually made a diss track one time.
Well, let me hear you sing something.
Oh god damn, I put myself on the spot right now.
What you got?
Oh no.
You ain't got to.
So here's how I made the diss track. So I got on GarageBand and I just started like making a beat.
Who was the diss track to?
His name's Eric Connor. We're cool now. Like we're friends. But, like,
go ahead. So you produced the beat and everything?
Yeah, I produced the beat and then recorded it off of my headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I can think about it, I can probably. Yeah.
That's interesting. You ought to send that to us so we can put it in here as a clip or something.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right though.
We'll send it after.
Yeah, you're right. I did post it on SoundCloud and then I felt bad and deleted it.
Nah, yeah. Send us it. We'll put a little clip because the people gonna want to see this.
It's pretty funny though. It's a good little like 1 minute 30 second song.
Wow. So, but you like hip hop though?
I do. Yeah. Yeah. I really like the Tommy Wright kind of sound, I guess you could say, and like I really got into Tommy Wright and like 3 6 Mafia, like the end of high school too. But I realized like last summer I took a good amount of fungi, and I kind of have been since then not really listening to a lot of that music just because I feel like it does put me in like a more depressed kind of mood. But with Slim Gorilla, like his music is very uplifting and positive, I'd say.
So how'd you meet West Coast Cassie?
I met her through her sister because her and her sister was in my grade, and I met her through Jazzy, her little sister, but we started hanging out like 2021. I started going to a lot more like events and being more a part of the community, and I found out events through her stories and stuff. And Happy Clouds was one of the places that she would go a lot. So, and that's how I became immersed in the pop-up scene, I guess you could say.
You guys kind of got a similar, like when I seen some of your art and hers, it's kind of a little bit, I mean, of course it's different, but I see some type of similarities in there. Yeah, the
like cartoon.
Yeah. We had some of her. Well, she's been on the show before, but we had some of her art hanging on the wall at the last studio before we moved. It was on there, I think, the whole time. So.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, big shout out to West Coast Cassidy. All right, let me get into just a little bit of petty drama.
Petty drama.
Yeah, Barbie Quinn.
Barbie Quinn.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
Heard of her? Why?
Oh, well, she was originally supposed to do your interview.
Oh, okay.
And then this was like last week, I think. And so I told her, I was like, yo, we got Abby coming through. You're going to interview her. I sent them some information. She's like, I know her. She used to work for me.
Barbie Quinn?
Yeah.
I need to look up on Instagram. What's her handle? I'm bad with names. I'm sorry if she gets offended by that. Oh, Barbie Quinn. Yes, her. Oh, yeah, I worked with her for like a day.
She said you worked for her.
I didn't really work for her. I got paid under the table for like a day.
Did you work at her store?
Yeah, I worked at her store for like a day because we were at a pop-up event, or no, it was a Miss J-Walk's fashion show at Rio, like a couple years ago. Yeah, shout out J-Walk. And she was like talking to Cakey Bums, Lauren. She was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, this person's just not gonna show up tomorrow. And I was like, hey, like, you know, I'll do it. Like, I'll show up and take their place for the day. And so she was like, really? No. I was like, yeah. So I worked with her for like a day, and then maybe like one other day. But I wouldn't say I necessarily worked for her, but.
Well, the reason I bring her up is because, like, I hate to be messy, but she got, I don't know, she got big headed. Like,
oh, she got mad?
Yeah, she was like she was too big to interview you or something. Too big to
interview me?
Yeah.
That must be an ego thing.
But the way she, like, you know, talked to me, D, what do you, like, first of all, we've built, like, you know, 26 million views on this YouTube channel, you know, like, we went viral multiple times. We've been on every Main Street platform. We've been on New York Post. We've done a lot. Nice. And so for her to, like, talk to me like that, like, I was kind of, you know, super, like, I was like, who do you think you are? Like, because I support your stuff and what you do, you know what I'm saying? And that's, like, I just don't support anybody. Like, if I invite you on, that means I like what you're doing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for her to, like, talk down on you or whatever, it was just, but that's the last time I talked to her. I haven't seen her. And she used to, you know, podcast on here. So we kind of fell off because I think she understood that how she talked to me was, like, crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not right.
Yeah.
Well, some people just think that they're better than other people.
Yeah, but that was, so that I just had to be messy real quick. I know she's going to see this and feel stupid. Just the nerve of her, like, what do you got going on? So if you're watching this, you know, you know what you did. Ooh. Anyway, moving on. I just had to throw that out there. So
that's so funny. She's probably gonna get pissed off that I was like Barbie Quinn.
She gonna get mad. She gonna feel stupid though for even talking to me like that when she hasn't really accomplished. Like, she does her podcast on Spotify, like, so, you know, you can't see her numbers and all, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then she attempted YouTube and got like 1 or 2 views. Like, so the audacity to talk to us like that when we're all 26 million and you probably got 10 views total, like, like, let's just keep it 100,
and
you know?
In my opinion, I think it don't matter what numbers you got.
No, yeah, I agree. You know? But I mean, it's hard to accumulate these type of numbers. So I'm just saying that.
Well, and that's a bridge that she probably burned herself.
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, she burnt the bridge down. So she, you know, being a fan from now on. Yeah. Anyway, moving forward. So how do you feel about just like the violence in hip hop?
The what of hip hop?
The violence.
Violence?
Like rappers dying literally every other day. Oh yeah, B King just passed away. Now, was you a fan of B King? He was in Austin a lot. He does like the
Sorry.
He does like a lot of club stuff.
I mean, I'm more of like, you play it, I might recognize it. But I will say I'm really, really bad with names. I mean, I was just like, Barbie Quinn, who's that? And you know, I worked with her for like a day.
Can you pull up a picture of B King? He's like, his thing is like, you know, like club music, but he be talking like just. Well, yeah.
Oh shit! Like literally yesterday.
Hey, from Houston, but he's in Austin like all the time. I know a bunch of Austin, you know, artists who've done stuff with him. They haven't necessarily said how he died. I think it's maybe like some health stuff. Like
what was that you said?
Some health stuff.
Oh, health stuff.
Just always in the club, drinking. He's overweight, just not taking care of himself, you know what I'm saying? So I think that had something to do with it. But he didn't die because of violence. He died. They originally said he got shot, which I think was a rumor. But I think it was more like his health, a heart attack probably or something like that.
He wasn't even that old.
He was young, but he was just super unhealthy,
Yeah, I've been actually trying to take better care of my health too. With like drinking and smoking, and not do it so much.
But what's wrong with smoking?
Nothing wrong with smoking. I just don't want to do it as much. I don't know. I just don't want to do it as much. I've spent a lot of money on weed. Yeah,
that's a reason. I just don't think smoking it's not necessarily unhealthy. You know what I mean?
Right. I would say that too much of anything is not good for you.
Yeah. I can agree with that for sure. What are your thoughts on Christian Rock? Do you know who she is?
Yeah, the one with the missing tooth and the blue face.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's in jail facing 8 years, and Blueface is doing 4 years.
What happened? I feel bad for their baby because I know they just had a baby.
Yeah. She I think assault, and she stole a car. I think she's drove it to Oklahoma or something. But she's facing 8 years, so it's
Didn't she kick somebody's TV in an interview one time or something?
Yeah, she's done a lot of crazy stuff. Have you not seen any of her reality shows or nothing?
Oh man, I got all my reality TV show when I was a kid. My mom was so into reality TV and just wore it all out of me. Now I can't watch it no more.
How old is your mom?
Shit, up here or in reality?
In reality.
I think she's almost 50.
Oh, okay.
Almost? I don't know. She was born in 78.
So she kind of caught that reality show wave, which, I don't, the reality show stuff today is just not as popping as it was in the 2000s and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, she had me watching Rock of Love, Flavor Flav, Bad Girls Club.
Yeah.
Jersey Shore.
Yeah,
and it's not like she was I'm gonna put this on for you. It was she was watching it.
Yeah.
And I was just around. But
do you know who Brittany Renner is?
Brittany
Renner.
Man, I feel so bad. I'm just
Yeah, do you watch YouTube?
YouTube?
You don't know her?
Man, I watch archaics on YouTube.
What, do you watch traditional TV then still?
Yeah, I guess, but I don't watch no reality stuff.
She had a baby by an NBA player.
Ooh.
They ain't together no more, so she kind of ran the bag up, but she was a soccer player.
Well, yeah, she converted. I was going to ask you because she converted to Muslim because everything she done by being thirsty and it didn't work out, so now she's running to the Muslim culture.
I see. Yeah. Have you seen the trend where a lot of OnlyFans girls are doing that, where they're turning to God, and there's videos of them back when they were doing what they were doing, and then there's a video of them getting baptized.
Yeah, trying to erase that past, which you really can't.
And if it's authentic, good for you.
Yeah, if it's real.
But if it's not, that judgment day is gonna come for you.
Yeah, big time. So tell me a little bit about your podcast, Consumer Discretion Advice.
Oh yeah, so that actually started with Cass back in 2022. I'd say.
Really?
Yeah, we tried it out. And we were working with this guy named. He's so fucking irrelevant. I can't even remember his name. Raphael. Have you ever heard of The Jungle?
Yeah.
Orange Jungle? Yeah, that's my guy.
That's your guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't my guy no more.
It ain't my guy, but he's been on the show and we were gonna do some work with him.
Yeah. Well, long story short, it did not work out. And then Cass kind of went on her own way, and then I kind of just took it over. And I was doing interviews with people I knew and stuff like that. And then I don't know, I did this interview and I could tell he just wanted to be there, not like be
do the work
authentic. He was just kind of like saying stupid stuff, which I did not like. And then I kind of just turned it into a YouTube channel, so it went from like with Cass and Raph at the Jungle downtown to like me interviewing people on the street. Actually, I have a couple of interviews on the street. I have one at Rainey and one on South Congress. Yeah. Which those were pretty fun, but the person I was working with that was doing the videography just like wanted to just scam me. And same with Raph. Like he just wanted to fucking scam me. And I mean, I can be stupid sometimes, but I'm not that dumb, you know? So.
Yeah. People
want to get what they can get.
Yeah.
You know, what can I get out of this kind of thing? I'm kind of.
That's the Jungle, the club you're talking about?
Yeah, it turned into like a underground club, strip club bar. I don't know what it is now, but it's different. Yeah. I had my first event there, and it went really well.
Do you go to any clubs out here in Austin?
I don't really go clubbing, I'd say, but I've been really liking like dive bars and shit like that. You know, like low key kind of stuff.
What so you just got engaged?
I did. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
How was that?
It was amazing. He proposed to me at Barton Springs.
Nice.
Which is perfect. But man, planning a wedding is no fucking joke.
Yeah, it seems like that would be taxing.
It's fucking expensive nowadays.
Yeah, that
dude,
too.
Like, it's ridiculously expensive.
Just for what, like a weekend, you know?
Bro, just like for the day. Just like, yeah. I think that.
Why don't y'all buck the system and just do something, and, you know, and spend the money on the honeymoon or something like that?
I think that's what we're actually going to end up doing. Is like just get eloped.
Yeah.
I can't. How is that? I'm gonna say I'm gonna get eloped, but I'm gonna tell everybody on the internet.
Yeah, that's what weddings is just. It just seems like a crazy just.
Right. I think that there is a big expectation on weddings and to
especially on the dude. You know what I mean? Like.
Right, and the last thing I want is to be like, this day's about me.
Yeah.
Me. And I hate the me. Like the brides get this like main character syndrome, and it's like, baby, this is not all about you. These are two families coming together. Yeah. And, you know, I want it to be about everyone and me, but with the weddings and everything, I feel like I'm just pleasing everybody else at that point.
Yeah, because if you really wanted to do it how you would do it, probably be more simple and, you know.
Intimate,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm single, so that's not even on my radar, thank goodness, you know. But I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine being in a relationship right now. That's getting married and engaged. Man, hats out to your guy. You know, shout out to him.
He's amazing. Shout out to Enrique.
Yeah. So what's next for you? What do you got? You just gonna dive deep into the art, or you gonna put some focus into the music, or?
So that's funny you say that, because I really, really want to get into music and start learning music, producing my own music. Because when I did that little SoundCloud garage band little song, I actually did like 2 other little beats, you know, without me putting any of my sound on it. And they were really good, you know. I was actually pretty impressed with myself.
Did you let anybody else hear that, or are you just saying that?
No, I posted it on SoundCloud, and I had some people play it. I don't know if they really enjoyed it, but
as long as you enjoy it, that's where it starts.
And that's what I need to integrate into my art. Yeah. Because I've been struggling with like pleasing other people rather than doing it because this is what I wanted to do. Yeah. And this is me expressing myself on the canvas versus like what's gonna sell. You know?
Yeah, that's unfortunately that's the state that we're in right now. What's gonna get clicks and views, but ultimately what works is what you enjoy and you're real, you know.
Right.
So just stick to that, and I'm sure everything will, you know, work out fine.
Yeah, and I think I've noticed on social media, people are looking for more authenticity.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. So, but then I see like the fake authentic shit of like girls like videoing themselves like crying and like this is the raw footage.
Yeah.
I'm like, the raw footage that you took how much longer to set up your tripod?
Exactly.
It's a little weird because like some people on the internet, I don't know if they just ignore that or don't see it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you had to set up your phone and like get the angle right and
I'm right
sit
there
down
with
on
you.
the ground and
Yeah. Faking it just to try to be real is crazy.
It makes it obvious.
Yeah. Jeez, any last minute things you want to say to the people?
I don't know. I say check out Slim Gorilla, SLIMGU. Oh God, Gorilla. How do you spell gorilla? GU.
Don't get me having a Shamar moment on here.
GUERILLA. I think.
One more thing before I saw you post something about gatekeeping mushrooms on your little forum.
On my website, yeah. Oh, you read it?
Yeah, I told you I'll be tapped in. I'm more tapped into you than you are to Pop Boston Media.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. But like, cause I did shrooms like right after I got out of high school for like a good minute, but they were incredible shrooms. But and that was in Colorado. But since I've came out here, I've had maybe one good batch, and then everything else has been like BS. So when I read that, I kind of felt that, like, people are gatekeeping the good mushrooms, which is probably not what you're talking about, but what do you mean when you say that?
Well, I kind of am referring to, like, the way that, you know how the government has legalized weed?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people who are pro-weed that are anti it being federally legal.
Really?
Yeah, and I found that really interesting until I figured out, like, why? Because, once the government has control of something, what usually happens, like the education system, it went to shit when it became federal.
Yeah.
And they have all these regulations, and there are people doing time when it's legal in that state now. Like, it's all just fucked up. And I guess when I was talking about with mushrooms, I was probably microdosing a little bit when I guess that was like last summer. But I guess I was referring to that and how, you can go to like a smoke shop and get like a polka dot chocolate bar that's like, it's not really mushrooms.
Yeah.
It's the chemicals that give you that feeling that you have, but it does not give you that euphoria.
Yeah.
I bought some chocolate it was like this pop-up, and this lady had mushroom chocolate, and she was like, I make it myself, this and that. And so I trusted her a little bit because, and she was actually, you could tell that she was on it herself.
Yeah.
But dude, when I took that shit, it was not like, I was getting the feeling of being high, but the euphoria was not there. And I was having very negative thoughts that I haven't had those thoughts since like high school.
Yeah.
And I was like, this isn't me.
Yeah.
It was not, I knew it wasn't, it was something trying to get me to like tap into something negative.
Yeah, we had a bad trip recently. When was that trip? A couple months ago? Yeah. My first ever bad trip, but it was just horrible. Like, I can't even really explain it, but then it was like it was in hell or something, and it was like, that's why I was like, what kind of shrooms are they giving out here? Like, what is going on?
Well, and I think the way that they're cultivated, like the way people, if you're getting them from some dude that's like grimy, depressed, in it for the money, and not in it for giving people a spiritual experience that will lead to them to healing, inner traumas and stuff like that. Because I feel like that's what shrooms are intended to do.
Yeah, big time.
But people have turned it into like, oh, let's get fucked up.
Yeah, let's get shroomed down.
And then they have like, oh my gosh, I need to reevaluate my life. And so it can be a good thing, but at the same time, I think I had a friend who I microdosed with her, and then the next day she fell into like a depression.
Oh man.
Because she just got that like boost of euphoria and happiness, and then woke up the next day and was like
back to reality.
Right, because mushrooms, I feel like they try to teach you that this is what life is supposed to feel like and look like too. And look like, because everything becomes more beautiful.
Man, it's crazy. When you have them good trips, oh my God, man.
Yeah.
You can't even explain it. It's just, if life was like that, you know, and for real, you know, when you wake up and you're just, you know, but of course it can be.
And it makes me cry. Yeah. Because, you know, I'm like, it's so simple, but we make it so complicated. You know, with like getting butthurt over, you know, bullshit. Yeah. You know, like, or just the pettiness, the ego. Like, you know, they say that shrooms will kill your ego, but I don't think that the ego is supposed to be killed at all. It's supposed to be tamed. You know, like it's the lion in all of us. It's supposed to be tamed, not just killed.
Yeah. Facts.
So.
Yeah. Good shroom trip, boy. It just, man, change your life.
It will. It will change your perspective and outlook, and I think appreciation for life, which I feel like a lot of people lack.
Yeah, you have to, like your friend woke up with depression. You have to like let the shrooms inspire you to want to get to that level where you can create your, you know, your perfect reality, or what's close to, you know, to how you really want to live and your dreams and blah blah blah. Instead of, you know, being depressed, be happy that you're here, you're alive on this earth, and you're able to, you know, if you're free, you're not in jail, you're able to, you know, pursue, you know, whatever endeavor. So
shrooms will legit connect neurons in your brain, and you will form realizations of like, oh my gosh, this happened in my childhood, so that this is the path that I could lead to where I could become. You know, not like using it as a means to just keep yourself down and be like victim mindset, you know.
Thanks. Well, Abby, we appreciate you coming through. You definitely got to swing by again. We just can't make it this difficult, you know.
I'm sorry. I know I should have. I was talking to Coach Ty, and I was like, I want to bring up, you know, some artists that I know. Yeah. Just because I knew going into this that y'all were going to be like, oh, do you know so-and-so? And I'm going to be like,
nope.
Sorry, like, no, but I think people should really go and check out Some Gorilla, Amber London. Yeah. You know, they're amazing.
I'm going to check them out for sure.
Yeah.
We appreciate you coming through, man. Let's do this again sometime, and enjoy the rest of your day and your week, and congrats on the engagement.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate your time.
No, for sure. All right, it's the D with Pop Austin Media. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. And we'll see y'all at the next show, interview, or whatever is coming your way. Peace out.
Hey, man, it's your boy Big Gang. You tapping into Pop Austin Media. You like that content? Man, hit that like, subscribe button, and get in tune. For sure.